That's right, guys. My name is Sammy G. I do rated travel videos, and I'm back today with Anthem of the Seas on Royal Caribbean. We were on this sailing in December of 2023, and I'm glad to showcase you a video which will showcase all the options you have to do and eat and see on this great ship. Also a full ship tour, but we're going to do a little bit different. This video is going to be short and sweet. You're going to be able to see what you need to see and not have to see a 45-minute video in order to just get some information on this ship. Great video if you're going on Anthem of the Seas. Great video if you want to get a gist and idea of how Royal Caribbean cruises and their vacations pan out for you. So we're going to start this video off by showcasing some features of Anthem of the Seas. Anthem of the Seas is a ship that is pretty large. It's in their Quantum class category. There's 4 other sister ships. This ship is pretty large. The ship itself has 1,500 crew. There's around 4,900 guests on board. There's a bunch of stuff to do. The highlights of this ship is going to be you have a 270 space, a C-plex, a music hall, all different places on the ship where you're going to be having a number of activities for you. Total of 16 decks on ship. There's 16 guest elevators. There's a whole bunch of places you can eat, and we're going to highlight those a little better for you. We're going to showcase what are some options that are free, what are some options you have to pay for. So we're going to make this very easy for you to understand. The way I'm going to explain how food works on this ship is by explaining what all these food venues are, and then I'm going to go ahead and showcase all the options you have for all your meals. So let's start off with the main dining room. On this ship, the main dining room is split up into 4 different locations. You have American Icon Grill, you have Chic, you have Silk, and you have the Grand. These are the 4 main dining rooms on board. They all have different vibes, different looks, different feels, but they serve the same meal. You can go in there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Now, next up you have your cruise style buffet, the Windjammer. The Windjammer is a cool place where you can get breakfast, your traditional omelets, all the kind of stuff you can imagine. There's something for everyone there. Lunches are awesome. They have various amount of stations, always cool, different things you can find. And for dinner, they do themed nights, and once again, there's always something that everyone can find at the Windjammer. Outside of that, this class of ships, the Quantum class, has something called the Cafe at 270. Awesome spot to grab yourself some salads, some soup, a small sandwich, a quick pick-me-up meal whenever you are around that area of the ship. You also have C-plex Dog House, which has an awesome variety of hot dogs, as well as potato salad, and also macaroni salad as well. Now, next up is one of my favorites, Sorrento's Pizza. They always have cheese, they always have pepperoni, and the third option changes every single day. This place is open during the daytime and open late at nighttime as well. It's your #1 place to grab something, when you're hungry at nighttime. Next up, you have Cafe Promenade. Cafe Promenade is open 24 hours, and their options change every single day. Now, other than this, you also have room service as well available. The way room service works is you pay $7.99 one-time fee, and you can order all the food your heart desires. They have burgers, cheesesteaks, cookies, brownies, soups, and the whole 9 yards. These are all your free food options on board. Now, you're going to be asking, what are all these other restaurants that you mentioned earlier? Now, this ship also has a bunch of signature premium restaurants. I'm going to give you the 411. There's plenty of food on this ship where you do not have to purchase any type of restaurant or dining experience. Should you? That's up to you. Would I? I would. The reason behind that is the food in the main dining room is great. The food at the Windjammer and all the free places on board is great as well. But sometimes you're on vacation, you're okay spending a little bit of money. And to be completely honest with you, I'm going to put it in perspective like this. My favorite place on this ship was Jamie's Italian. Jamie's Italian was around $18 per person to enjoy lunch, and at $18 per head, you get a lot of food. You get 2 to 4 apps, you get a bunch of entrees, nice entrees, and you get a bunch of dessert and your espresso / coffee drinks complimentary as well. Now, if you look at it this way, if you were to gone outside of this ship and had this same meal, that would have costed you at least $200 to $500. So if you look in perspective, yes, you are paying a little bit more and you're getting a great bang for your buck. Do you need to purchase some of these signature restaurants? Absolutely not. Are they cool vibes? 100%. So first up we have, as mentioned, Jamie's Italian. Cool Italian spot by Jamie himself. You have Wonderland, which is a cool, hip, new style restaurant which does pretty cool stuff. I would definitely suggest looking at the video that I have for Wonderland separately. That'll showcase to you the cool different inanimate objects that they do there. You have the Brass and Bach pub. This is your British style pub, which I think is fantastic. Also, this place has a couple of small bites for you too. Izumi Japanese Cuisine. This is your one and only sushi spot on board. You have Prime Table at Chops. This is your steakhouse grill on board. You also have Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets is extra, but it's a solid burger. Sometimes you just want a good burger, so check that place out. You do also have Vintages, which is a awesome wine bar. Cool place to hang out and get a cool glass of wine. Head over to La Patisserie, which is a cool little cafe which has Starbucks style drinks, and it also has a whole bunch of desserts as well. Up next, we have Coastal Kitchen. This is the main dining area for all suite level guests, which we'll go over in a different video to explain what those things mean. But if you're in a suite, you're more than welcome to check out Coastal Kitchen. It has amazing food. But like I said, there's plenty of food options on board. You don't have to purchase anything extra. But of course, like any other vacation, you're more than open to purchase extra things. And there also are packages such as a dining package where you can purchase, all of them together in one package and put a little bow on top, and you can check out the separate video for that as well. Now, down to the watering holes on board. Everyone always asks me, hey, where can I get a drink? You can get a drink pretty much anywhere on this ship, but there are a number of bars that are pretty cool. You have the North Star Bar, which is an awesome bar on deck 15. Great views, great drinks. You can head over after that over to the bar, the Windjammer. So if you're at the Windjammer, you're having yourself a good meal, you can also order yourself a drink there as well. You have the Sunshine Bar. You also have the Solarium. In the Solarium, you have the Sunshine Bar, which is a great quick way to get a quick drink while you're at the Solarium. You have the Sky Bar, which is outside on deck 14 by the outdoor pool, and it is below the North Star Bar. Also a great spot to get yourself a cool drink. And obviously you have your pool bar, which is while you're inside pool area. Now we're gonna move over to the Schooner Bar. Schooner Bar is a really, really cool vintage style bar. Also have great entertainment at nighttime. Now we're gonna go over to the one and only Bionic Bar. Cool bar, manned by robots. Makes some cool drinks. Definitely a cool place you gotta come check out. We're gonna head over to Vintages, which is your wine lover's paradise. Great spot where you can buy some appetizers, and also you can sip on some great wine. And the appetizers you can purchase here are a la carte. You can get them from Jamie's menu, which is next door. Next up, in 270, we have the 270 Bar. Awesome place to get yourself a nice drink while you're watching all the cool shows or the cool different acts that 270 has itself. In the Royal Theater, you can grab yourself as many drinks as you want from the staff there. Inside the pub, you can grab yourself a lot of beers on draft. It is your British style pub, so plenty of options there. Now we're going to go forward to Boleros. Boleros is a Latin themed bar. Cool spot for music, cool spot to dance, cool spot to get yourself a drink. And then you have the bar in Casino Royale, which is obviously going to be free if you're a high playing member of Casino Royale. If not, you can use your drink package, or you can just purchase the bar itself. And last but not least, there are 2 bars in the music hall. So if you're there to play a game, you're there to dance around, there's 2 bars there. There's one on deck 3 downstairs, and there's one on deck 4 upstairs as well. And the next question is entertainment. It's nighttime. What can I do? What can I see? You have a number of things you can do. One and only, the Royal Theater. You have your Broadway style shows. You have your comedy shows. You have a whole bunch of cool stuff happening here. Pretty much every night something different is happening. You gotta check it out. You have your 270 space, which has a whole bunch of shows which are curated in a modern way using the robo screens they have there. They have cabaret style shows. They have robo shows. And during other times they also have a jazz cocktail hour. They have the band playing here, so there's always something going on over there. At the Schooner Bar, there's always a live musician there playing on the piano, on the guitar. You gotta check it out. You can head over to the pub. At the pub you have a live guitar person singing some cool tunes. It's honestly a great vibe in that pub. You gotta check it out. And then you have the music hall. The music hall has a whole bunch of stuff going on. You have karaoke, you have some games going on. You can go check out live tributes, such as the tribute to Michael Jackson show is there. At nighttime, the music hall becomes the club as well. It's a pretty cool vibe, to be honest with you. There's plenty of stuff for you to do here. All of these venues have different things going on at nighttime and also different activities going on during the daytime, and you can find all of this in your cruise compass. I highly suggest take a look at a cruise compass before you go on board, and you'll get an idea of what all these venues offer at all times of the day. Other than entertainment, you also have the gym. I personally love going to the gym when I'm on board. It's a solid spot where you have a bunch of treadmills, you have ellipticals, and you have a lot of lifting equipment, to be honest with you. You'll be surprised how much they can put up there. It's a pretty large space. You also have Vitality at Spa on board. You can get some massages, you can get your hair done, get your nails done, and the whole 9 yards. Plenty of options for everyone over there. For the kids, they have multiple different tier groups. They have Adventure Ocean for the older kids, and for the younger kids, they have separate places where you can sign your children up, and they do activities all day long. And I'm proud to say, as a child, I used to attend Adventure Ocean, and it was awesome. You didn't have to be with your parents. You made friends, and it was a safe environment which was overseen, so the parents feel safe and you're having a good time. And there was often a lot of times where I had to hang out with my parents, and I honestly missed being on Adventure Ocean. So definitely check out Adventure Ocean. There's a lot of stuff happening there. Check out your cruise compass, which will showcase all the activities that they do for the children as well. Now, there's also a whole bunch of areas where you can go and shop on board as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you all the shopping areas. All the shopping on board is duty and tax free, so buy yourself a cool bag, buy yourself a couple bottles of alcohol. It's always a fun ride. They do have daily specials, and the Cruise Compass will showcase all the different sales and events they have. They always have auctions, and they always have raffles and stuff like that. Definitely worth your time to go check out. Another activity they always have on board is the famous Royal Bingo. They bingo off money, free cruises. It's a cool place to be. And another spot that I didn't get a chance to mention was Casino Royale itself. There is a full casino on board as well. There is a smoking section and a non-smoking section. They have table games, they have slot games, the bar is there. It's honestly always a popping place on board to be. It is for adults only. The smoking section does get a bit smelly, so if you're not a smoker, stay on the other side. If you are a smoker, you can smoke when you're playing the slots or the table games. If not, on deck 14 as well, there's a smoking area which is outside if you do need to get your smoke on. Other spaces you definitely want to check out, or places you will be all the time, will be the pool deck, which is going to be where your outside pools are. You have a video screen, they show movies there as well. You have your indoor pool area, which is covered because this class of ships does sometimes and most times go into colder climates as well. So if it's raining or snowing or wherever not, it's nice and warm in here. You also have the solarium, which is an adults only pool and hot tub area. And you have the Royal Espionage. This is the main area on decks 3 and 4, mostly on 4, a little bit going into 5, but mostly deck 4. It's like your indoor shopping mall area. It's a cool spot to hang out, get some coffee. A lot of the small eats restaurants are there, a lot of the shops are there as well. Your guest services, all that kind of stuff is here as well. And then we're going to showcase the solarium area, which is an adults only pool area. A lot of lounging spaces for adults, no kids allowed. You can get your tan on. It is covered, so in cooler climates you're still in a warm environment. Next up you have your C-Plex, which is a multi-zone play area for adults and kids. They have a whole bunch of stuff here, such as bumper cars, laser tag, dance classes for adults, and a lot of kids activities and family activities, so definitely check that space out as well. And last but not least, we're going to go over a couple of really cool activities they have on board. They have Flow Rider, which is a cool surfing style area. You can book, reserve, walk in, and take advantage of the waves, try to boogie board, try to surf it out, whatever you want to do. There is also a rock climbing wall. There is indoor skydiving on this ship, which is awesome. And last but not least, they have the one and only